So I filmed today's video, but after a few technical difficulties it got deleted. It was about 18 minutes long, which means I have to refilm it all. Oh well, time to do it again. So school started today at 11:30 instead of the usual 7:45, so we got there a lot later, and in going there a lot later, I also got to sleep in a lot later, which meant I accidentally slept until like 11, which means I only had like 20 minutes to get ready and everything. So, yeah. Yay for time management. When I got to the room, they were watching, like, the class, I guess technically we were watching at the time I got there, West Side Story, which is like Romeo and Juliet stuff. It wouldn't have been as fun if, it would have been more fun if we just kind of had a social hour. Because we were only there for an hour because our school was doing an award show for like the high school. So, yeah, I think it would have been better if we just kind of hung out for a little while instead of watch that, because we didn't even get the chance to finish it, and it's not like we're ever going to finish it because the school year is over. So I just think that it would have been better if, didn't do that, and instead we just hung out. Because it was Wednesday, it was Chick-fil-A day at my school, and because we were just watching a movie, I was allowed to go get it. So I went down, got it, but I didn't want it. So I didn't really get it, I just went to the list, and then they saw, hey Michael, you have a sandwich that you could get, a chicken sandwich, so do you want it? And I was like, no, but there was like a line of people who didn't order, but they want to buy something, and then the person with the list goes, okay Michael, which one of those kids do you like the best? Which one do you want to give them the chicken sandwich? And I was like, I don't know any of these kids. I don't care. Just give one to the first person to come there. And then she's like, you, over there. You, yeah, get over here. This guy bought you a sandwich. He bought you a sandwich. Thank him. And I was just like, I just want to go back to the room and eat my fruit. I don't want to have to deal with these people. But he didn't thank me because he just kind of went to get his food. Thankfully, I could thank him for that. But I went back to the room. Those kids got their lunches, and I went and just got a plate of fruit, because that's all I really wanted. Then after that, we went to the award ceremony, and I actually got an award for having the highest average in my math class. I mean, not like there wasn't much competition, because, 5 people in a math class is really difficult to get the highest average. But anyway, I'm thankful for it anyway, because I got an award. I could be like, hey colleges, look, I got this award. Take me. After the award ceremony, they were just like, okay, goodbye. Summertime. Like, literally, they just went, those were the awards, bye. Have a good summer. See you later. And that was it. The school year was just over like that. And it was just like, what? It's over. So everyone just kind of stood up and just, they didn't, nobody really kind of left immediately. I'm pretty sure there was a few people that did that, because there's always a few people that do that. But the majority of people just kind of hung out in that area, taking photos and talking to people and saying goodbye. And I was actually invited to have a photo taken, or, to get a part of a group photo. And I was invited to it. I didn't have to, force my way into it. And it was, I felt good about myself, because I was invited to a photo. And then, sure, when I said goodbye to everyone, only, one person replied. But, I tried, 3 times. Nobody heard me, I assume. But yeah, that was the end of school. It's over now. Freshman year is over. Technically, when you guys are watching this, I'm not a freshman anymore. I am a sophomore. So that's kind of something to think about. Anyway, I'll see you all later. At another time. But before I leave, I'm going to talk about each of my classes. This is what took up most of the time in the last video that I talked about. But my first class was speech. I liked it. I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. It wasn't the best class, mind you. It was just, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would, kind of deal. So, yeah. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it all the way. It was just kind of one of those classes that I was glad to get rid of. I wouldn't want to take it again, though. Then Bible. So Bible was weird because, we got a different teacher about midway through the year. So for the first semester, we had this teacher, and for the second semester, we had this teacher. And this teacher taught more, by the book. We had tests every, week. And while this one was just more of, this is what you talk about. This is like, we had more discussions based on this stuff. Like, more like real world, what would happen if this happened in the real, like, when you're just out walking and somebody comes up to you and asks this. So they were kind of like two different things, but I think they were two, like, important things. Like, I think they built on each other. So, yeah. We had Bible class all year as opposed to all of our other classes except for art. We had Bible and art the whole year because they were just 40-minute classes, while the other classes were an hour and a half, and we only had them each for half a year. So, yeah. Then we had language class, which was kind of a weird class because it had its own schedule in the class. Like, most of our classes were just this, we're just going to talk about this one thing for the whole class, and then talk about a different thing tomorrow, and they keep on doing that. But language, it was like, for the first 10 minutes we had a warm-up review, for the next 10 minutes we read, like, out of our books, for the next 10 minutes we had, like, I don't know, just a bunch of 10-minute little, like, intervals. So it was kind of hard to tell, like, how much of the class has gone, because it wasn't, like, exactly, like, the same amount of time for each thing, but, like, I don't know, after we finished something, I couldn't tell if, like, it was only the first section that we just finished, or if it was, like, we're almost done with the class, or if it was just, like, the first half. I couldn't really tell that well, so time was kind of weird in that class, and it was before lunch, so it was even weirder, because time always goes slower right when you're the most hungry. After that, we had art, which is pretty much the same for the whole year. We got in, worked on a project, left. It wasn't my favorite class up until, like, the very end when things actually, you know, got awesome, like the last 2 days of art, which I talked about in my other previous vlogs. But I didn't really like it because, like, it was way too strict. Like, it was way too, this is how I want you to do it, not be creative. You have to do this, but do it however you want. Like, you have to do watercolor paint, but you can do whatever you want with that. It was more like you had to do this, there had to be lines here, you had to do a line here, you had to do a tree in this section over there, and the leaves had to be perfect, instead of, like, just do whatever you want, this is art class, be creative. So yeah, that's the main reason why art class at my school is not the best, because it's just not good. Like, as I explained, it's not good. Then math class came along. Math class, I actually really enjoyed that, which, I mean, as I think I said the award was highest average in the math class, but if I didn't there, I did. Math class was my favorite because it was relaxing. You'd think that if I had the highest average, it'd be stressful because I had to do it well, but it was just really relaxing. Like, I did well, but that was about it. Like, I did well, but every day I had, like, 15 to 20 minutes of a break, because I finished everything way early, while everybody else had to continue working on it. I was done with it, and I could just relax and play, like, Animal Crossing, because that's the game that I was into at the time. Now it would probably be something like Xenoblade or something. But, yeah. Or Xenoblade. I don't know how to pronounce it. Xenoblade or Xenoblade. Anyway, math class. I can't tell if you're my favorite, but we will talk about the other one that you are battling with in a little bit. So the first block that I had in my second semester was marketing, and I actually really enjoyed this class because it was like in that math class kind of relaxing kind of mode, and like it was the first class of the day, so you kind of need something that's not super stressful as the first class of the day. Like, I feel sorry for the kids who had 8th grade, or I feel sorry for the kids who had 8th grade. No, I feel sorry for the 8th graders who had wow, I can't talk right now. I feel sorry for the 8th graders who had history as their first period, because that would be absolutely horrible. They had it next door, so, yeah. We could even hear him lecture sometimes, because he's really loud. But yeah, I feel sorry for them, because they had history first period, as I just said. Then, because we already talked about Bible, I'm going to go to history. Oh, history. I hate you. I never liked history. Ever. I just don't find the appeal to history. I just don't understand why. But like, even when I had like a great teacher for history, I still hated it. Like, a great teacher from my perspective, like as a student, like, I like this teacher, or I don't like this teacher, not is the teacher actually good at teaching. Because those are not the same. Anyway, this year in history, this semester, I guess, the second half,
I didn't do good at all in history. It was kind of a mess. It was a wreck. It was horrible. History, it was just a lecture. That was it. Like, it wasn't like activities or anything. It was just a lecture, take notes, study, test. That was it. There was a quiz as well. Study, or notes, quiz, test, next chapter, rinse, and repeat. That was it. I just didn't like history. Never have. Hopefully I will in the future, but I probably won't. Sorry, myself. And then after that, art. But I already talked about art, so I'm going to go to the other class that was tied for math, which also happens to be at the end of the day, biology. I liked biology because it was just a fun class. We did experiments, and the experiments were actually good, thanks to the new science teacher. No thanks to the old one, which all we did was dissect worms like 3 times. Thank you. This year we actually did a ton of stuff, like at least once a week or once every other week. It was either weekly or bi-weekly. But, yeah, biology was just good. It was just relaxing. It was fun. It was easy, which I know I shouldn't say because it wasn't necessarily that easy. It was just the teacher was, like, way too relaxed, and, like, it should have been way harder, but, like, it was hard, but it was easy. It was hard if you didn't try, but it was very easy if you tried at all. So, yeah. Biology. Like, math was more relaxing and biology was just more fun, which I guess is why they're tied, because they're not exactly, like, up for the same stuff. But yeah, those are all my classes. That's how I think about all my classes. So, now you know, the more you know about my classes that you guys aren't taking. This should be the part where the video's over, but I just kind of want to say a few things about the year, like, just in general. Not like the classes or anything, just in general about the year. So there are these 4 people at my school, they're like my best friends, and I just want to thank them for being my friends. Like, I know they probably won't be watching this video, but if they happen to be watching it, they know who they are. Like, I haven't told them anything about this, but I'm pretty sure they can tell who they are. But I just want to say thank you for, like, putting up with me throughout this whole year and all, like, the times where I cried to you for help or something. And I just want to say thank you for being my friend. So that is the end of freshman year. It's over. It has been the best year of my life, mainly for the main reason of those 4 people that I just, like, said. Without them, it would have been a disaster, to be honest. To be 100% honest, it would have been horrible for the most part. But yeah, thanks to them, it's great. Thank you guys again for just being there with me and being my friends. So, I'll see you all later. And by later, I just mean, like, you guys will see the high school vlogs, like, as in, maybe August. Mid-August is when I assume they will be resuming. While you guys will probably see me tomorrow on my main channel because I'm doing a vlogging thing for the summer because this is over. I still want to make videos because making videos is amazingly fun, in my opinion. But, yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye. Have a good time in the morning. Have a good time at the night. Have a good time it is wherever you are. I will see you later. Thank you for watching. I'm not sure if you guys have watched through the beginning or if you guys just found this one video, but either way, I want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you when I am a sophomore next year. Yeah. Don't really know what else to say. Thanks for watching, guys.